Who'd you talk to? What'd you learn?
Okay, I had my interview with a music teacher named Carrie Morgan, and she was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, and she's married with two boys. They were like 5 and 7, and they were there when we were doing the interview, so I met them. But anyways, she moved from Hawaii with her family when she was 8 years old to Austin, Texas, and that's where she's been ever since, in Texas. She went to Baylor, and her undergrad was in voice and musicology, and she also has a master's in musicology, but that was after Baylor. Obviously, she went to UT Austin and got a master's in musicology there. And she was saying that while she was at Baylor, I guess not quite when she was an upperclassman, but more like a freshman, sophomore, that she started wanting to, she's a singer too, so she started not wanting to pursue a career as a singer performance-wise, and was more interested in musicology, which is kind of music history, basically, if nobody has ever heard that term, musicology. And she just really enjoyed the classes that she was taking in musicology, and decided that that's she wanted to, at that point, that's when she decided she also wanted to be a teacher instead of being a performer or all the many other things that you can do with music. And so, but at the same time, she still performed and did voice performances when she was an undergrad, and that continues now, even today. Not as much. She doesn't perform much now because she has a family and she works full time. And so, but she said she loves to perform.
What's her main style?
She's a mezzo-soprano, I think.
So more like opera.
Yeah, kind of. She sings in her church, and she's been in choir since she was like very young, little girl, going all the way back to the days when they lived in Hawaii. Her mom was musical and was a music teacher, so she never envisioned becoming kind of teaching like her mom did, but it kind of worked out that way, and she's definitely doing what she loves to do, and that's music and teaching. She kind of fused the two together, which I thought was interesting. I can't really say that I know a lot of people that I get that vibe that they really love what they're doing. So I spent about over an hour talking with her. We talked a lot about, I didn't really like plug her for like, what's your advice and skills and blah, blah, blah. We just mainly talked a lot about music and how it influenced her life, and how it influences the world. And we talked a lot about how music brings out experiences in your mind, and when you hear different songs, or not even really just songs, just anything that's musical sound origin, it's gonna cause associations in your brain. It's that memories can be connected to it, and we talked somewhat about like more career kind of things. Like, she's stressed internships are really big. She did 2 of them, and she didn't actually do internships that were musical. She did internships through like student services when she was in school, and so that's kind of I guess like helping students with their schedules, careers, and things. And she interned in a student services office or something, and so she thought that actually taking internships that weren't in the music field, and just anyone taking internships that aren't quite into what you are into is like beneficial, because then you realize what else is out there, but at the same time you know, well, I don't want to do that, or I don't really want to do this, because in internships you're actually there, you know, observing and being exposed to everything, and they're much more exactly what you're going to be doing than if you weren't to take an internship. Or
And you're going to pick up some new skills that you didn't have before.
Yeah.
So.
She also said that travel is really big, and she, when she was an undergraduate, she went and traveled to Salzburg in Austria, and that was a musical.
Birthplace of Mozart.
Yeah, she actually went to where Mozart had his first opera house or something like that, but she was doing like a summer voice program in Salzburg, and they like put on recitals, and it sounded pretty cool, because I've been wanting to travel somewhere, and it was interesting to listen to somebody else's experiences.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah.